Welcome back, Wealth Tubers. With the results now in, former President Donald Trump has emerged victorious in the 2024 election, solidifying his grip on already red areas and extending his reach to new voters. This election has shown that Trump not only maintained his stronghold in rural America, but also made significant gains in suburban areas that were once seen as a Democratic stronghold. In fact, Trump's message resonated even more with voters of color, particularly Latinos, as his outreach proved to be more effective than ever before. Stay tuned as we dive into the key trends from this election, from Trump's rural surge to his groundbreaking support in Latino communities across Florida and Texas. It's clear that the political landscape has shifted in major ways, and we're just getting started. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the political landscape and trends shaping our future. With the results now in, former President Donald Trump has emerged as the winner of the 2024 election, successfully turning already solid Republican areas even more decisively red. In traditionally suburban areas, where Democrats had previously gained ground, those gains proved inconsistent, reflecting a shift in the political landscape. Additionally, Trump made substantial progress with voters of color, particularly within Latino communities. This support was pivotal, demonstrating how his outreach efforts resonated more broadly than in previous elections and contributing to his overall success. Exit polls, the main tool commentators and journalists use to analyze electoral trends, are notoriously unreliable, and it will take weeks, or even months, before they reveal the full picture. However, several trends are already clear.
Trump has solidified rural support.
Building on his strong base from 2020, while it was expected that he would dominate in these areas, what was less certain was whether he could surpass the already large margins by which he won in the previous election. Trump has clearly managed to build substantial support. Early in the night, he secured strong leads in Indiana, Kentucky, Georgia, and North Carolina, and that momentum only grew as the night progressed. In rural counties across Pennsylvania, for example, Trump not only increased turnout, but also expanded his margin of support in the heart of GOP territory. A prime example of this rural surge came from Lackawanna County, home to President Joe Biden's hometown of Scranton, which swung 5.6 points to the right compared to 2020, despite Kamala Harris managing to win the county by the smallest of margins.
Suburban shift to Democrats stalled.
To counterbalance the strong margins the GOP secured in rural areas, Democrats increasingly relied on urban centers and their surrounding suburban areas, hoping to maintain their foothold in these regions where they had made significant gains in recent years. However, the anticipated suburban shift toward Democrats, which had been noticeable in previous elections, seemed to stall in 2024. A key example of this was Loudoun County in Northern Virginia, once a bellwether for Democratic strength in suburban areas. In the 2020 election, Joe Biden carried Loudoun County with a commanding 25-point lead, but this time, Kamala Harris's margin of victory was reduced to just 17 points. This 8-point drop signaled a concerning trend for Democrats, suggesting that suburban support for the party was not as solid as it had been in previous cycles. A similar shift occurred in Hamilton County, Indiana, a suburban area surrounding Indianapolis, where Harris trailed Trump by 6 points, an outcome that mirrored Biden's performance from 2020. This pattern highlighted the challenges Democrats faced in suburban areas, where they had hoped to see stronger support. While there were some pockets where Democratic support saw slight increases, such as in suburban counties around Atlanta, these gains were limited and couldn't offset the broader trend. The overall suburban shift that had been a defining feature of recent elections didn't continue on the same trajectory, raising important questions about the changing dynamics of suburban voting behavior and the factors influencing these shifts in key battleground regions.
Democratic support among Latinos is fading.
Pre-election polling showed Trump making historic gains with non-white voters, particularly in areas with large Latino populations. While national data is still developing and exit polls can be unreliable, early results confirmed these dramatic shifts in support for Trump. Florida's shift towards the Republican side was clear and substantial, with Donald Trump securing significant gains among the state's Latino population. Miami-Dade County, which had long been a Democratic stronghold due to its large Cuban-American population, saw a dramatic swing towards Trump by double digits. In Osceola County, home to a significant Puerto Rican community, Trump flipped the county after Biden had won it by 14 points in 2020. In cities like Kissimmee and Hialeah, which have large Puerto Rican and Cuban populations, there was a noticeable drop in Democratic support, as highlighted by Equus Research's analysis. While Florida's Latino population is incredibly diverse, with varying national origins and political affiliations, it's important to note that the state had already been showing a shift toward the Republican Party since 2020. This trend was further amplified in 2024, contributing significantly to Trump's victory in the state. Trump made significant strides in South Texas, further expanding his margins in counties he won in 2020, such as Zapata. He also flipped two additional counties, Starr and Cameron, and ran neck-and-neck with Kamala Harris in Hidalgo and Webb counties. This pattern wasn't limited to Texas. While national exit polls can be unreliable, early results suggest a broader shift in Latino support towards Republicans. Democrats barely won the majority of Latino voters, a stark contrast to 2020 when exit polls showed Biden winning about two-thirds of the Latino vote. This growing erosion of Democratic support among Latinos contributed to Trump's decisive victory in 2024. With the 2024 election results now in, it's clear that former President Donald Trump has not only solidified his grip on traditional Republican strongholds, but has also made significant inroads into new, key demographics. His victory reflects a shift in the political landscape, with rural areas continuing to show overwhelming support, even beyond the already strong margins of 2020. Trump's success in the suburbs, where Democrats had previously made gains, further demonstrates how the political dynamics have evolved, as many of these suburban shifts stalled, signaling a larger trend away from Democratic dominance. Additionally, Trump's substantial progress among Latino voters, particularly in areas like Florida and South Texas, has been pivotal in his success, further demonstrating the changing attitudes of a demographic that was once seen as a reliable Democratic base. While exit polls remain an imperfect tool for assessing the full picture, the results from the 2024 election make it clear that Trump's outreach and appeal have expanded, contributing to his decisive victory. As we look to the future, these trends will shape the political landscape for years to come, and it will be interesting to see how these shifts influence national politics in the coming months and beyond. Thanks for tuning in to this in-depth breakdown of the 2024 election results. It's been an incredibly exciting and unpredictable race, and I hope you found this analysis helpful in understanding the key trends and shifts that are shaping the future of American politics. As we look ahead, it's clear that the political landscape is evolving in significant ways, and it will be fascinating to see how these changes play out in future elections. If you want to stay updated on the latest political developments, be sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update.